I'm also very happy this morning. I'm not just a member of the All Progressive Congress. I am the number one. I have collected, listen, wait now, wait. I have collected my card, and the form is 0001.
No be wo. Governor Fubara na our leader. No be wo. Governor Fubara na our leader.
To set the stage.
Governor Fubara has not only defected to the All Progressives Congress, he says is APC's number one in Rivers State after Tony Okocha presented him with his membership card today. In a move no one could have predicted 2 years ago, Rivers, once the beating heart of PDP's dominance, has completed what many are calling the South-South sweep, with all 6 states now aligned with the APC. This year alone, we've seen 3+1 governors in the zone arrive in the ruling party's fold, and now one of the most fiercely contested battlegrounds, Rivers State, has become the latest trophy in an unprecedented political realignment. Tonight, we return to the political development in Rivers State, a state that has now redrawn the political map of the South-South. Governor Fubara declared today, and I quote, "I joined the APC to ensure the president's re-election in 2027 is easy and smooth in the state," end quote. That statement alone, many say, appears to settle months of speculation about his second-term ambition and raises even bigger questions about the future of those who opposed him, including the 16 PDP lawmakers who defected earlier. Lawmakers who insist the governor is not telling the truth about the reconciliation meetings. They've also accused him of awarding contracts without legislative approval, and also adding that he's plotting to buy them off. In the middle of all of it, a political titan, Nyesom Wike, a PDP chieftain working in an APC-led federal cabinet, but now watching his home state slip from his grip. Tonight, we unpack this new political geometry with 2 men who we believe understand the politics from inside out. We'll start that conversation right after this break. Joining us now is Chibike Ikenga, Publicity Secretary of the APC in Rivers State. Mr. Ikenga, thank you for joining us on the show. You've been on this program quite a number of times as an opposition voice in Rivers State. A lot has changed now with Governor Fubara now joining your party. What does this new power equation mean for you and the APC?
Okay, thank you for having me. I do believe that as APC in the state, we have done enormous work in trying to win the House of Assembly members, as well as the latest, the governor, to our party. We're also working assiduously to winning over National Assembly members and even pressurizing the former governor of Rivers State to also join our ranks. So today, by the governor joining our party, we are now a party in government. So some of those areas we try to ask the governor in his former party to deepen, to expand, particularly inclusiveness and fast-tracking development. We shall work in tandem with the government of the day to ensuring that we meet the yearnings and aspirations of Rivers people.
Well, it sounds good on paper, Mr. Ikenga. You know, the governor says it's now APC 0001. But does that single card wipe away months of bitter confrontation and the things that we've seen happen in Rivers?
Well, politics, is dynamic. It's about interest protection. It's about interest, coalition of interests. Yesterday, the governor was not a member of our party, but today, like we had always asked them to do, to see reasons why they must join hands with us to push forward the renewed hope agenda. And the governor had bought into that. So what that means is that all of us are working for the larger interest of the Rivers people, and in particular, development. Rivers people, by what had happened, interruptions we have had in our development agenda and pursuits, we have been interrupted over time by disagreements and politics that didn't allow development to fester. So, but as it is today, all of us are going to work together to ensuring that development is key and people are happy after all that we do.
But you know, it's not just another member, he's governor of the state. Do you and other stakeholders welcome him as the new leader of the APC in Rivers State?
The national leadership of the party, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu as well, they know the role the governor is expected to play as a new member of the party and a man of his caliber. So I'm sure that they will give him all the opportunities required to enhancing his greater performance, to building the party alongside us, as we have continued to do, to enhancing the greater opportunities for the party to winning all the elections and delivering all our candidates in the 2027 elections.
I'm not sure you got my question. I'm saying, do you welcome Governor Fubara as your leader in APC?
You heard me respond that as a governor, the caliber of his person who had entered our party, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, the national leadership of the party, had asked us to get him registered, and we did that today. And that at that level, they know what roles he has to play, the caliber of person he is as a governor, in ensuring that we put our party together, to ensuring that we win all the elections with his supportership.
We heard the governor say today that he will now take responsibility for all the expenses within the APC, and even including taking care of executive members like yourself. Does that mean that the APC is now fully in his hands? Where does it leave long-standing members who had resisted him just weeks ago?
Okay, if I heard him properly and if I understood what he said that he's going to do everything possible to ensuring that the party finds its field, that the party is put on the proper foothold to winning elections, particularly that of the presidential election for President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, and that whatever is expected of him to contribute, to do, and ensuring that those who manage the party, and as well as the party itself, work together to achieving the purpose for which the party is set up, which is winning elections, and ensuring that there is peace and unity in the party, that he will do. That's what I understood.
You know, they say whoever pays the piper dictates the tune. You don't say that apply here.
Well, it depends on what you mean. I know that those who pay the piper of this party are members of the party. The governor is inclusive, the president, the ministers, National Assembly members, House of Assembly members, and the common women on the streets, and they all play roles. So they dictate what we do.
Let us talk about the members of the House of Assembly, because prior to Governor Fubara's defection, about 16 members of the House had also joined your party. But it doesn't seem as if all is well, because we heard the speaker yesterday saying that Mr. Governor lied about reconciliation meetings, accusing him of sidelining the legislature and awarding contracts without approvals. In fact, he mentioned that that unlike what the governor said, that they were waiting for Wike, that they had actually met twice, and many of their requests were not granted. How does your party reconcile a governor joining the party while many of its lawmakers remain locked in conflict with him?
Well, in politics, disagreements do occur because our faces are different, our interest pursuits are also different. That's why the political party aggregates all interests to one. And I think that as APC, we have a more organized leadership from the national down to the units. And if there are disagreements or misunderstandings or misinterpretations or misrepresentations, the national leadership of the party will midwife or
Hey, you have to stop. You have to stop. I'm on video.
Or cause a peace meeting that will ensure that both the House of Assembly members and the governor, who are members of our party, will work together for the good of the party and for the interest of Rivers people.
You know, the governor said that is the campaign to ensure that the president's re-election is easy and smooth. Some say that alone settles the controversy about his re-election bid. Do you agree?
You mean the president's re-election bid?
No, the governor. He mentioned that is the campaign to ensure that Mr. President wins in 2027. And some analysts say, well, the only way he can ensure that is if he is on the ballot himself, and the APC wouldn't give the ticket to another person outside the incumbent. Is that something you agree with?
I did not hear the governor say that.
Oh,
if I had him, he said he's joining the APC so he can support the governor overtly. And if that is anything to go by, he is going to join stakeholders, members of the party, those who have been driving the party, those who have been selling the mandate of the party, as well as the national leadership of the party, to ensuring that President Bola Ahmed Tinubu returns in 2027 seamlessly. That's exactly what I understood.
You don't think Governor Fubara will get an automatic return ticket as a member of your party?
Well, I think that when we get to the bridge, we cross it. What we are talking about now is that the governor joined the party, and then is working in tandem with the leadership, national leadership of the party, as well as the state leadership.
Interesting way to put it. Let me quickly bring in somebody from the other side of the divide, a member of the People's Democratic Party, and as a matter of fact, he's a member of the PDP Factional Caretaker Committee aligned with Nyesom Wike. Mr. Deji Doherty, thank you so much for joining us. Rivers was the PDP's most reliable fortress for 24 years. Now with the governor gone and the APC sweeping the region, what do you think is left of the PDP in Rivers State? Mr. Doherty, are you there? You probably have to unmute your mic. All right. Let's get back to that conversation. Mr. Ikenga, political dynamics are fast changing in your state. Where do you think everything happening right now leave the FCT minister, Nyesom Wike?
Well, the FCT minister, Nyesom Wike, is not a member of the APC as we speak. He is one of the strongest supporters of the president, being an FCT minister, and then one of the most audacious promoters of the presidential re-election for the president of Nigeria, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. I think that is a win-win situation for him as far as I'm concerned. That means that his state has properly consolidated into working and collaborating with him to delivering President Bola Ahmed Tinubu.
Is there a sense to which you foresee that it is not Uhuru yet for the APC, even with the governor now a member of your party, that you have a lot of scores to settle, especially seeing the vibe we're getting from the House of Assembly? How prepared is the APC to settle this cause?
Yes, you know that APC, our membership is increasing, is expanding, and you know that the more we have people, the more interests are likely going to conflict. But I'm sure that we do have what it takes to ensuring equilibrium, ensuring that there's stability and everybody's interest will coalesce into one. I think that APC is well prepared to take in on all those issues, and then we come out with flying colors.
Are you saying as an APC member, you don't consider Nyesom Wike a political leader of Rivers State?
Why not? He is a political leader in Rivers State.
Well, can there be two leaders? I mean, the governor just said is number 001.
He said he is number 001 in his party, not in the state.
But what is left of the PDP? You just got 16 members from the House of Assembly, and you got the governor. What is the years of Wike leading over now as a political leader?
Yeah, I'm sure that this interview is not about Chief Nyesom Wike. He's not a member of the APC. If you'd like to know
but you just
more about
acknowledged him
can...
as a political leader, and I was following up on that thought.
Yes, I want to reiterate. He is a political. You asked, is he a political leader? I said yes, he is. And I'd like you to know that the essence of this interview is to know developments within our party, the APC. And if you need to know more about his the minister's own positions on issues and things, I think you should reach out to his spokesperson, Lere Alainka.
Well, you just acknowledge also that he's a stakeholder within your party and that he doesn't only...
Within my party, I didn't say he's a stakeholder. I didn't say he's a stakeholder in my party. I didn't say
he's a stakeholder in your state, rather. And you mentioned that he's, just like Governor Fubara now, is also a big supporter of President Tinubu. And in the past, we've had conversations as regards what transpired in your state prior to that state of emergency. So it's exactly why I'm following up. But I see that you may not be interested to follow that path. But walk us through what all of these really mean for governance in Rivers State. At a time where we're hearing the speaker say the governor is not accountable. I mean, there's not so much accountability. They said the administrator, the sole administrator, reportedly left behind 600 billion naira. You heard the speaker ask, what's happening to the dilapidated schools? What is the hope of the average Nigerian living in Rivers? And what do you make of the quality of governance as of today?
Well, I can speak so authoritatively now, beginning from the point that the Rivers State House Assembly members joined our party, the APC, and when the governor joined our party. Any other thing that had happened before they joined our party, we had already spoken about them, and we do not intend to go back to revisiting them. So we take our position from this point. They have joined our party as members, and then we become the party in government in Rivers State.
You're very optimistic to think that a man will suddenly change and become an angel by just changing to your party. Isn't that interesting, Mr. Ikenga?
Well, I don't know what you mean by becoming an angel. I didn't say, and I did not say that they have not done the bit they have, and we expect them to do greater things in the years to come. But I believe that as a party, that we will work together with the House of Assembly as well as the governor to ensuring that we have greater output in terms of service delivery for our people.
Chibike Kenga is Publicity Secretary of the APC in Rivers State. Thank you so much for talking to us on the show today.
Thank you so much for having me.
All right, you can watch it again at midnight and 6 a.m. tomorrow. I am Nifebi Oguntoye. You have a lovely weekend.